UK.
It's Tuesday.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Oh, good evening.
Only the second most depressing day of the week. How are we doing?
Right. I suppose I ought to get the show notes up and everything.
Have you not done that yet?
Oh yeah, show notes. Shit.
I did have it, but
I mean,
then I restarted.
It's quite good that I'm already prepared.
We did a lot of prep earlier, to be fair.
Yeah, we have got a lot in store today. We may even run out of time. I mean,
no,
we won't, but maybe.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself. Not running out of content since 1961.
Indeed.
What? Why? What is the significance of 1961?
It was literally a number I pulled out my ass. Like, you know how you know how when you see like clothes companies you've never heard of, and they're like authentic threads since 1865, and you're like, I've never heard of you. How have you been going for 150 years?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those things.
Who was it? One of my Wick packets. I can't remember which it was. Is it that white stuff, or I can't remember which one it is. But one of them has got keeping it wicked since, and it was like 1985, and I'm like,
they're probably
don't think they're like
wholesaler in 1985, and now they've just diversified.
You know what it is, don't you? They're using Boots cotton.
Ah.
Oh no! Okay, right. So let me address something. Me and Riyadh had it out on Facebook earlier about politics. Right? Let's leave that to that post, and this is vaping. So shut up, Riyadh.
So sorry, I have to ask, and I'm going to ask Rick to confirm this. Did you do a Stuart on him? Did you go all Stuart on his ass?
Stuart. What? What's a Stuart?
I don't know what this means.
Do you know when Stu used to go off on one?
Stu definitely used to occasionally go off on one.
Rick knew what I meant.
Right. Oh dear. So yes, Mark. So how is it now that you've been broken into?
Oh fucking hell, that was funny. So on the Facebook group, we put a link to Mannerbush Martin's shop in Nottingham, who had got CCTV footage of some Luddites, some arseholes, some wankers, some bellends, some fuck pig arse bandits that were breaking into his shop and stealing his stock. So being the good guy that I am, I thought, you know what, let's share it on Vape Talk. Let's raise the awareness. And if you stick with us long enough tonight, you'll get to see the video. Oh, that was harsh, Rick. Now, Andrew, one of our long-time viewers, assumed that it was my shop. And he went over to the shed this afternoon onto Mr. Todd's live feed and announced that Mark Dolan had been broken into. Cue the PMs on my phone.
Oh God!
So luckily Damien Grumpy Vapor was in the chat and kind of put everyone right. But the real nice thing was Todd actually looked concerned. When he said it, Todd was like, oh no, I'd not heard about that, and went looking to find information on the fact that I hadn't been broken into.
Bless him.
Bless. So I can honestly say it's not me that's been broken into. Unfortunately, it was Mannerbush in Nottingham.
And it's just as
Cheers, Andrew.
depressing.
Right, so what are we vaping on?
We just set a pretense for tonight. Earlier on, before we started the show, I said to everyone, can you bring with you your all-time favourite setup? The setup that you have used the most, the setup that you have not necessarily now loved the most, but have loved the most in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start with my beta. I've got the Smockia with the Berserker, vaping on 12 milligram elderflower and apple from the Reflection. Point nothing. 0.7 build all day long. Do you want me to go straight in with my my all-time favourite?
Why not? Do it.
Why not? Go for it. What you got?
So in the in our Jeffrey sponsorship group the other day, I'm not sure how it came up, but I was talking about my all-time favourite vape. Now I'm putting this down to the amount of time that I have vaped on any particular full setup. And for me, nothing from you guys. Let's go over to chat. Good evening, Mr. Elliott. Hope you're well. Out to chat. Anyone recognise what that is? Excuse the filth on it. Guys, you keep it to yourself. Let's go over to chat.
It needs a polish.
It does need a polish. It's filthy.
I think I know what the RDA is. I am not 100% about the mech. Is that the same juice that you had in it when you stopped using it?
No, I cleaned that out earlier.
You weren't that brave. Do you ever do that? Do you find an RDA that you forgot to unwig and you're like, I wonder what this is, and it's like 2 years old?
Ew. Ew. Well, in actual fact, what I'm thinking of is...
Oh, 10 points to Simon. 10 points to Simon.
Okay, I was right.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the Able and the RDA being a...
Can I say, or should we let the chat say?
Chat must get that. Patina, Able and Kennedy. Just give me 2 seconds, I will...
That's all right. Shall I go next?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. So, today's vape... Well, it was the Minifit, as per, and I did have the Jeffries, although this won't be the final label, the Jeffries Dandelion and Burdock Salts. However, the Minifit just ran out of fucking battery, so that can fuck off.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I have got my Voopoo Drag with an Aspire K3 on. These are all my indoor setups, my Let's Not Set the Fire Alarm setups. So, and on that I've got the Aspire K3. Honest to God, it's just not worth the risk. And
I love the fact you have to have indoor setups, bless you.
I know, it's terrible. And
it really is.
Far too fucking cold to go outside for a vape.
Yeah.
See, let me clarify. When I'm filming my reviews, right, the short, maybe 10 or 12 puffs that I have during that are fine. That will dissipate. That's no problem. Vaping that across a 2-hour show is just a recipe for disaster. So, but inside the K3, I've got. I know this just seems like one giant advert for Jeffries, but to be honest with you, I'm really enjoying it. I've got the Cloudy Lemonade Salt.
Oh, nice.
Which actually tastes a lot like lemon sherbet, but that's really nice. And I've got the Berserker. Now, my all-time favourite setup, although this is going on what I used to use the most, and you wouldn't, for about 18 months, you wouldn't see this out of my hand. I have an original RX200 Wismec. Still, I mean, look, it's not even worn. Look at that. That's how much I took care of this thing. It's got no batteries in it at the moment. They're on charge. I don't know how. I just took... I mean, this has taken a bit... I mean, there's a bit of wear on the bottom, but it's kind of it.
I mean, my RX 200 looks beat up to feck.
Yeah, but yours is the 2/3, isn't it?
Mine's the two. Yeah, sorry, RX23.
Yeah, so this isn't even the 200S, right? And on top of that, I've got a Troll V2 RDA. Now, I stopped using this about a year and a little bit ago, and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to leave it all manky in the bag. I'm going to recoil it, and I'm going to re-wick it, and not put juice on it. And it's still in there.
Well,
so I think I am actually going to recotton it. But it's been in a dry sealed poly bag for, you know, a year, so it's not like it's got moisture or anything at it. But
I got one of them.
There we go. It's brilliant. I've actually got my 3 batteries on charge.
I've got a DNA one as well somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Is that the brass fancy looking one?
Oh. No.
Oh.
You did have it on charge. Oh.
That wasn't me that dropped all that. Yeah, I got my 3 batteries on charge. They were at 2.97 volts, so they are...
Now, the brass fancy one has got a DNA board in it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That's the one I just showed.
Was it?
Yeah,
was that me not looking? Sorry.
Yeah.
I love the Troll V2, and I'm actually going to get it up and working again because it was such a good RDA. They worked so well. They had so much air. You shut it down to about like 2/3 full, like 2/3 open, and I mean the RDA is more worn than the mech. Not the mech, the mod. So that was my all-time favorite setup. Now there's one more mod that I used to use, and this is actually the second of the 2. When the first one died, I went out the same day and bought another one. It's a Sigeli 100 watt. It's literally wattage, 100 wattage, and that is it. That was another one that I used day in and day out, and I can't find it. But the other RDA that would pair up with this lot was the Petrie V2 RDA. But I cannot for the life of me find it. It's in a box in a bag somewhere.
Oh, so, I'm quite enjoying this.
There you go.
But yeah, this RX200, the original one, not the S or any of the new ones with the screen, but this one, I think is the best mod they ever released. Over the 2/3, over that weird 2 battery one they've done, over the Gen 3, over any of those.
I like the Gen 3. I've never owned one.
I don't like the screen on it, man. It's too round and small and unnecessary. You know what I mean, though, right, Chandler? With the, with the circles,
I know. Yeah. I'm with you.
Like bare clouds, Mark.
Bare clouds.
Bare clouds, fam.
Yeah. See, Stuart said he had the converted bottom feeding version of the Troll V2. Mark used to have one. No, Mark had the Troll V1 in teal. Oh.
Did I send a photograph of all the ones I found, after last week's conversation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did like Lush and the Troll and the Hang. Was it not the Hangman? It was the.
It was the Freak Show.
Freak Show. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I miss the days when they put garish colours on mods, man. Like, I don't want none of this rainbow bollocks. I just want a garishly coloured, teal-coloured RDA. Like, chuck that on there. I don't care if the paint comes off. At least for a little while, it's blood-splattered zombie whatever. And we'll go with that.
Mark needs a battle jacket, and he's got the Cloud Chaser starter pack complete. Yes, Den.
No, what you want is a murdered-out Abel.
I have a murdered-out Abel somewhere.
Also, when did the colour black start being called murdered out? Chandler's like, mechanical? What is this?
Yeah, I've got my murdered out noisy cricket. Look at that. There you go.
Dear. Mark, what colour's your hat?
Yeah.
My hat is murdered out, fam.
Right, murdered out has now lost all meaning.
He's got a murdered out beard. Yeah, in it.
No, that's brown.
That's brown. It's alright, it's my camera.
Chandler, your turn.
I need to
Yes.
tie
Yeah,
up.
I've got a noisy cricket. I've got I don't know. My noisy cricket's been playing me around this week. It wasn't. Basically, every now and again, it would suddenly go, "Nope, there's no ATI," and it wouldn't fire.
See, when the V1 did that, it would explode.
I'm now vaping on something completely different.
And now for something completely different.
Yeah, I think the spring is getting a bit tired in the 510 because it's just had an ATI sat on it all the time. So I took the ATI off it and left it for about 3 days, and it now seems to be all right. So, yeah. Having said that, no bollocks. Okay, so I'm not vaping on that one. I shouldn't have took the ATI off because that's my problem. I sit and fiddle. Does anyone else do that?
Just out of what? Sit and fiddle? Not in public. No.
Sit and fiddle. No. Do you unscrew your ATIs, screw it back in again, and I pop my
mods that
battery
work.
cover. Yeah, well, no,
there we go.
Even when it's working, I just pop the battery cover and take the batteries out and put them back in again for no reason other than they come out. No, it's just me.
There we go. Apparently, according to Rick and Liam, Murdered Out has been around for many years with cars. It's a car thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so a black car is murdered out.
Did he just say? Did you say what building you had in your Mac, Mark? No, I didn't.
1 ohm.
Yeah. What is a 1.8 ohm? Honestly, I'll be brutally honest. As I came onto the show tonight, I said to you guys, this is exactly how I found it. Yeah. And I'm desperately digging around for a variable. There we go. Let's get the smock here and find out exactly what build. I know what the build is. I believe it's a 5-wrap 21 gauge.
Ugh. Is that like 0.05 or something?
No, I think it's about the 0.1. Let's have a look, shall we? And I'm going to do this in private.
Chandler, what's your all-timer?
Oh, now I found this hard because if it was an all, I didn't know what to go for. I was like, now is it the thing that I use all the time, or is it something that I really like? So I've actually gone for.
There we go. There's my.
0.9.
0.097. So as near as damn it to 0.1.
Wow. There you go.
So
there we go.
What did you have there, Chandler?
So I've gone for. Anyone recognise that?
Spin it round.
That looks like an Ely taste.
If I spin it round, it's going to have yeah, the button needs cleaning. Don't know if you can see what it says on the button. Focus. Go on, focus. You can do it. You can do it. Focus. Go on. Let me guess. The autofocus has gone off again.
Probably.
No. All right, I'll give up and just show you the side.
That can't see it. What's that? What does that say?
No.
I know exactly what it is.
So I'll just tell you.
It's the hot button Mirage, isn't it?
It's the Mirage Mech Mod. This was my first setup that cost me more than 3 figures. Well, cost me 3 figures. The first time I'd spent 3 figures on a setup. And it's the Mirage Mech Mod, made in Sheffield, and it was Mirage was the shop I went to when I first started vaping. So it kind of had a bit of meaning when I got it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I thought I'd go for that. That's my all-time. I'm not getting rid of that. It sits on my side every now and again. I get it set up and vape on it. It's got its quirks. Like
quirks.
I haven't put the drip. Yeah, I haven't put the drip tip all the way in, because if you put that drip tip all the way in, you're never getting it out again.
Oh, one of those.
One of their selling points was it's got really nice, firm firm O-rings. It won't just drop it. Yeah, it won't. But it also means you can't get the drip tit out or
the bit round the side. What's it called? The shaft, shall we say?
Shaft.
That only comes off with pliers. Now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to get a knife in it and wiggle it, and it took me ages to slowly force it out. And it's only halfway in.
That's what she said.
It's only halfway in, and I can't get it out. So yeah, and I don't know. I don't know how long this atty has been sat there, but it's still got wick in, and it was still soaked with juice. And I just poured a whole load of cactus punch custard.
Go on. What's it taste like? Ooh, smooth looking.
Cactus punch custard. Actually, that's really nice. Oh, I used to use this when I was doing. If I did a juice, I didn't really juice reviews, but when I did juice tasting on the podcast, this was what I used for the tasting because it is really good flavour.
See, that makes me want to pull out my first mech, which was the UD Gladiator V2. Do you remember that all copper mech? Wait, bear with me a second.
Okay,
I'm gonna grab it out. Give me a second.
Oh, hang on. Okay, so Mark's not here. You're buggering off and faffing in a drawer, and you're leaving me basically on my own.
No, I'm back.
To talk to. Okay.
I'm back. Sorry, I got this. This is the vintage case of vintageness.
Ooh.
I'm quite organised, sort of organised, but I haven't got a big enough desk for all this shit. Right.
I didn't particularly get into mechs, mainly because.
Right. So firstly,
they're relatively expensive,
in the vintage. There you go.
Ooh, what's that?
That's a V1.
Noisy cricket. Hey!
That was very well looked after. That probably still works as well. I don't see why it wouldn't. We have got this. Oh god, you can tell this needs a clean.
What?
That is the V1.
Or...
No, it's copper.
Did that used to be? Oh, it's copper. Bloody hell!
Yeah, that is the Gladiator V2.
Wow, that really does need a clean. That is like an old penny.
At least my cricket's clean.
My cricket's clean.
Mine doesn't work.
What else have we got in here? We've got a tsunami that won't come off the top there, and if you do get it off, you can't get it back on. Oh, what's this? Oh, Hadley.
Is this turning into a Chris section of the show? Are you going to start taking radiators apart?
No, we're just talking about like the first mech we bought because that was the first mech we bought. Oh yeah, here you go. This doesn't work anymore.
Oh, was that a Vapor Shark?
Yeah, to be fair, with a new lipo, this would be absolutely fine. It's just the lipo's just had it. But I reckon if you could replace the lipo, it'd be working no worries.
Evening, Keith. Evening, Keith. Thanks for the nod.
Did you see what Keith has just said?
Yeah, that's what I'm nodding at. Oh, guys, what did I forget to do?
No! Stuart, you big mouth! God's sake! I was enjoying the peace, the tranquility.
Incredible. Oh, the tugboat mech mod. I even forgot tugboat existed.
Look, it's as though everything we're mentioning tonight is set up for me.
Yeah, it's still on me.
Yeah, we're still on cars. Not that it isn't a
glorious image.
A very pleasant thing to look at, but.
We just got to get the chat used to the fact that when I oust both of you guys off the show, it's going to be me and only me. So.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
So as I was saying, it's as though the show's just for me.
Nice. They were the worst mods, man. Was that the one where you
No.
stuck the? Was that the one where you stuck the magnet to the bottom of the battery?
No.
What is it?
No.
I must have.
No.
You know the one I
I
mean,
must
don't
admit
you?
this.
I've got another one as well. Somewhere.
Did anyone else ever see that, or am I dreaming it? Where you put one of the magnets on the bottom of the battery, and then the other magnet sat in the bottom of the mech as the button.
You're imagining it.
I can't be. Maybe I am.
There must be a mod that does it that way.
Mhm.
One of my first mechs was the penny. I actually had that patinaed.
Okay.
In fact, I think I patinaed that. That's why it looks so bad.
You dunk it in the sink with 2 batteries on either end, and then just leave it for an hour to patina. Oh wait, no, that's anodizing. Is that anodizing?
Pink salt. Pink salt is my answer.
How can this have been sat in my Atty stand for about at least 6 months and still vape awesome?
I really need to go through my stuff and just dig out. I've got a goon in my bag that I haven't used in like 8 months, and I was like, I'm going to take that to work and rebuild it when I get a quiet 10 minutes, and I haven't touched it in 2 weeks. So
You haven't had a quiet 10 minutes then?
no, well, no, I have. I just keep forgetting.
Can I just get somebody in chat to come up with a section of text? We were talking about something earlier in our group, and it turns out Cass had never heard of this thing that I want him to do live. So if somebody can find me a section of text, whether it would be a juice description or a profile or just a
movie
30 seconds, yeah, movie quote,
30
30 seconds of text. That's all we need.
Also, I'm going to grace you guys with the satisfaction of a brand new pair of Apple headphones being undone.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
It's almost like you'd have got £4 for them at CEX.
Is that what they're trading them in for?
I don't know, idea.
Well, I only ever use Bluetooth headphones now, so these are almost erroneous. Oh, they feel so silky smooth.
They feel just
Are
so
those
Apple.
AirPods? They're not those Bluetoothy ones. Are they ones with a cable?
Yeah, but they're the Lightning ones because this phone has no headphone jack.
Oh, okay.
So I've got to put headphones under.
Wait, hang on. What's going on? You're putting headphones in?
Yeah, because I've got to do it through the microphone, haven't I?
Yeah, so don't
What?
plug into your app yet. Come on, someone's got to find some text somewhere. Okay, so that will do. Rick's text. Everyone occasionally has diarrhea, loose, watery, and possibly more frequent bowel movements. In most cases, diarrhea lasts a couple of days. So what I want you to do, Cass, is fire up the app.
Yep.
The app's fired up. What?
Is your volume up?
Yeah. It's not gonna. It's gonna come out of my headphones though. It's not gonna come out of the.
Yeah,
phone.
yeah. Can you hear anything?
Oh wait. Let me just. Oh. Yeah, I can hear myself.
There we go. Okay, so now it's in loud.
Can you hear that?
No, I can't hear a thing. All we can hear is you. So we'd like you to read that text on the screen. Turn the volume up on your phone if you could.
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be coming back through my headphones though. It's not gonna be coming out of the phone.
No, but we can hear you.
Okay. Everyone occasionally has diarrhea, loose, watery, and possibly more frequent bowel movements.
It's not
In
loud
most
enough.
cases-
You've not got it. You've not got it set up right.
What do you mean?
What is this? If it's what I think it is, the output's coming out of his headphones.
Yeah, no, only he
So
can
we're not
hear
gonna
it.
hear it.
No, but
He
we can
can
hear
hear
what
it,
he's. We can hear
We
what
can
he's
hear what
saying.
he's saying.
That's the
You
point.
Yeah.
It's not jamming it to the microphone, is it?
No, but it's jamming your head. That's the whole point of this.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Everyone occasionally
Turn the
has
headphones
diarrhea.
right up.
It's just echoing.
Is there a delay response or anything on there?
Yeah.
What the hell?
One. Yeah, that's really messed up.
Right, try again.
Everyone occasionally has diarrhea, loose, watery, and possibly more frequent bowel movements. In most cases, diarrhea lasts a couple of days.
It's set up wrong. It's set up wrong because I cannot actually speak on it.
Oh yeah, no, you got to realise though, I've spent a lot of years speaking with headphones in and being able to hear myself back, so I just zone it out and ignore it. I'm like the worst person to do that with. I just really thought that it was going to be like me coming through in like a funny voice and it's going to be crazy shit happening, and I am well disappointed.
Yeah, let's just say that bit worked. That bit didn't work, did it really?
So if you just joined in, you missed something utterly hilarious, and I think you should put £5 in the super chat.
Simon, you're confused. We're confused. Everybody is confused as to what the fucking hell's going on.
Mark's been building this up all fucking day, right?
Oh.
All fucking day, and it's just me echoing. It's like hearing a delay on your own fucking gaming headphones or some shit. Right. Shall we move on to the news? Right.
Oh, yeah. Go on then. News.
So, I'm actually going to start with a bit of non-vape related news because that non-secateurs very nicely into what we're just about to do. So the first bit of this will affect a lot of you, and I apologise for it being non-vape related, but it's quite important. So, what I'm going to do...
Is this the bit I put in?
I think so. Unless you'd like to talk about it.
No, go for it. I'll chime in. I'll chime in with you. Go for it.
Cool. So, if you are an Apple user, be expecting an update fairly soon, or turn your FaceTime off, because Apple have rushed to fix a bug that lets users eavesdrop on others. Essentially, what's happening is, when you call someone via FaceTime, it will connect whether they've picked it up or not, and you can hear them and sometimes see them whether they've picked it up or not. It's a fairly large bug, and people are taking advantage of this. So Apple has made the group functionality on its FaceTime application temporarily unavailable as it rushes to fix a glitch that allowed users to listen in on the people they were calling when they did not pick up the call. Under certain circumstances, the glitch also allowed callers to see the video of the person they were calling before they picked up. Now, what's amazing is that their group FaceTime is like one of their biggest selling points for the new operating system. So for it to go absolutely arse over tit like that is the most incredible thing. Now, I don't know when that update's going to come out. Probably very, very soon. Apple are normally pretty quick at turning this sort of thing around. Yeah, and it's basically they've shut it down. Go on. Sorry.
I was going to say, guess why I don't use Apple products?
Because you can't afford them?
Because they're shite.
This show is being run from an Apple product.
Nah.
What's that? Your rusty case?
That was not, I was going to say that was not my choice. I have no control over your choice of hardware. I'll give Apple their due. They're very good at some things.
Yeah, that update will be out by the end of the week. So, I mean, does anyone actually use FaceTime?
I used to quite a lot.
Yeah, I just don't call my mate and go, "Oh, mate, what are you up to?" Because you want to be able to say, "No, I'm not doing anything," or "I can't come out," and them not actually know what you're doing. You know. So yeah, that was Apple's cock up this week. That was not the thing I wanted. Oh my god, there's so many things. Right, I saw this and I think it could be quite interesting. So the British and European food watchdogs are set to ban CBD, oil and vape oil from high street vape stores and online sale for up to 18 months. Now, You might be asking, why 18 months? Well, they're moving to ban the sale of the popular wellness supplement CBD oil, which has been derived from cannabis. The number of people using the CBD, which is being sold legally and from high street retailers, we know what CBD does. So basically, they're portrayed that they will be asking local council trading standard officers to begin removing the products until the approval process that happens after you make something a novelty food or a novel food. So it now needs to go through this approval process, which takes 18 months. Under the new system, sellers would have to show that the oil, which can be used in a capsule of liquid, has the effects as claimed. In other words, we've got to prove that it does what we say it does. Now,
I think the whole point of CBD is there's no claims.
No.
I'm making no claims. I'm claiming that it'll make your wallet lighter. There we go. And I can prove that.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought we weren't supposed to. I thought we weren't supposed to push any claims, any health benefit claims for it in the first place. So if no one in a shop is pushing any benefit claims, well, just try it and see what you think. How the hell can they say? How the hell can they say that you can't sell it unless you can prove it does what you claim it to do?
But they're not claiming it does anything. Well, they'd be the first people to turn around and say, "You're not doctors. You can't claim that this does that."
Can you just scroll to the top of that article? British and European food watchdogs are set to ban CBD cannabis oil and vape oil from high street vape stores. So that's fine. I'm not a vape store. Can I sell it still?
Online sale.
That's fine.
And online.
And is it just oil or is it foods? Is it any CBD product at all?
I think it's any CBD product at all, because it's saying it did say in here somewhere about capsules, and because you can buy CBD capsules from like Holland and Barrett and stuff. Now, I suppose if you could get yourself hold of it and just sell it, and you're not going to have trading standards turn up at your door, you can probably get away with it. The thing is if it was just an 18-month process to prove the effects of cannabis, surely they would have done that decades ago, and cannabis wouldn't be illegal. And if it gets through this approval process, and then we can go, actually, we can prove it does all of this, suddenly, Big Pharma are going to go, shit, they can prove it now. You see what I mean, though, right? If it was that simple, they'd have done it decades ago. Right, I'm just gonna go and view the chat in a second. I don't know what's going on in chat, because chat is over here on one of these tabs.
Not a lot.
Okay.
But no, that's irritating. You know, they're saying that we're gonna send. Whilst I don't agree necessarily with CBD being sold in vape stores, what I don't agree with is bully tactics. To remove products from a shelf without any evidence. Surely it's for them to prove that it is negative. Not bad. Exactly. Before they take it off and say, you prove to us it is.
Well, this is it. Just because they don't understand something doesn't mean that we should suffer because of it. And it was the same with the TPD. It's trying to convince them. It's like, well, we don't understand what's going on here, so we're gonna remove your right to have it. Right. The next one. Now, this one's quite interesting, because I've been asking myself this question for a good few months now when I see it. Pop that up there. And we will share. Right. So, haha. Now, I don't like the Daily Mail, but they seem to have quite a lot of vaping-related articles. So take everything.
You don't like the Daily Mail, but you seem to have it on every week.
Yeah, but I can't. They seem to be the only ones talking about vaping. Now, whether that says something in itself is probably the case. But all of this, you can fact check all of this if you want. I haven't, so it might be fake news. It probably won't be. Actually, no, it's the Daily Mail. Of course, it's fake news. Oh my god! Actually, quick side point. Did you hear about that? You know that app you can get for Google Chrome called NewsGuard? No. It basically will pop up on websites that it believes to be to have no integrity when it comes to telling truthful news. So basically, it comes up and it says that the items on this page may not be factually correct. The Daily Mail are trying to take them to court because that popped up on the Daily Mail website. Right, so basically, Sainsbury's are under fire for stocking addictive vaping products on open shelves near the health and beauty aisle. Vaping liquids and e-cigarettes are usually sold behind manned counters in a similar way to tobacco products. Now, a spokesman for the supermarket chain said the move was to cite vaping products by smoking cessation aids, such as nicotine patches. Now, I've never been into a vape shop where I can pick my own liquids up off the shelf unless it's been like sale stuff that's just on the counter. But all liquid is always behind the counter. Now, maybe that's a security thing, but I walk into like my local Poundland and there's just a big old thing of them, and it's like any kid could just grab that.
You see, it is a product that is a restricted sale. It needs to be. I suppose it's no different to having whiskey on the side, is it?
Or knives.
Or cigarettes. You don't have cigarettes on a shelf, do you?
No.
But maybe that's.
I'll just have those.
Yeah, I'll just have 20 Benson and Hedges, mate, while I'm at it.
Yeah.
So on the flip side of that, there's another supermarket have been slammed. Although this might be the same supermarket. Yeah, it's literally the same supermarket. It's two different. This is probably a more reliable one. What these guys are saying is that Sainsbury's is the store in question. The criticism was due to the giant grocery displaying it next to smoking cessation aids. Now they're recognised as the country's most popular quitting aid. This would make sense. But Mr. Bob Blackman, MP, and he is the chair of the parliamentary group on smoking and health. He said it's wrong to have them on open shelves. We don't know enough about the long-term effects of e-cigarette use. There may well be dangerous chemicals. Now, he is right and wrong in that sentence. And I think the thing is, I agree with him not wanting it on open shelves. I don't agree with his reason why.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with him. I mean, if you go to a chemist, things like nicotine patches are usually again behind the counter. They're not used, or they're in a locked cabinet.
Now, is that because it is a high value product? I feel very strongly about this, but I also don't want to appear that we're just being cunts for being cunts' sake.
No, go for it. What is your opinion?
In a pharmacist, you've got to have like paracetamol products. You can't buy more than X number of packets of paracetamol in one go. Ergo, in a pharmacist, they've got to have them in behind a locked or at least a glass door to stop you just helping yourself. Why that doesn't apply to a supermarket, I don't know, because paracetamol products are on the shelf. You can help yourself. But in a supermarket, strength, I think. Yeah, but in a supermarket, you can't buy more than 2 paracetamol products in any one transaction, can you? Have you ever had that when you go to the till?
Yeah.
You haven't. Oh, you haven't got kids. If you buy right, I need some paracetamol for me. I need paracetamol, just tablets for me. I want a Lemsip for the missus because she's got a cold, and I need some Calpol for the kids. You get to the till and they go, nope, you can only have 2 of those. I'm like, shit, great. Okay, the kids and the wife are sorted. I have to suffer. Either that, or the missus puts everything else through, and I pay 49p for my paracetamol later.
Yeah. Well, there's another comment here about this open display, and it says experts have debunked the gateway theory continuously over recent times, and they seem to think that by prohibiting the open display of vaping products, policymakers would be making it more difficult for vapers to stock up on supplies and sending a negative message. I've never had a customer come into my shop and go, you know what, it's really hard buying these vapor products because you've got them behind your counter. You
see, I think potentially the issue is if you put them behind the counter, someone will want advice. And unfortunately, and no disrespect to anyone that works for Sainsbury's or Asda or any of the others, unfortunately the chimps that are behind the counter are not trained.
No disrespect, you chimps.
No. Do you know what I mean? If you put something behind a counter, if you go into Asda and there's a pharmacy at the back, you could speak to a pharmacist. If you go to, I'm trying to think, the cheese counter. Oh, which one tastes of onion? You're going to get advice. You put a counter up, you're going to get advice.
Yeah.
As soon as someone walks in and sees the triple pack of Dinner Lady sat there on the shelf, what strength do I need? What strength do I need, mate? I don't know. What do you want?
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to advise, well, how many do you smoke? What do you smoke? Do you smoke cigarettes? Do you smoke roll-ups? Do you smoke a pipe? Do you smoke the reefer? What is it that... what? Do you know what I mean? You walk into a vape shop...
Yeah.
And you're able to advise appropriately. Put it on the shelf, they ain't got to bother about it. They ain't got to worry about it. All they've got to worry about is pushing it through a checkout, in my opinion.
But on the flip side of that, I've got a pot on my counter of all the stuff that's on sale that we're getting rid of, right? It doesn't stop them going, oh no.
What?
Sorry.
It doesn't stop them going, picking out every single bottle, going, what flavour's this one? What flavour's this one? What flavour's this one? You know, they could easily just grab it and go, I'll have that, mate. But they don't.
Sorry to interrupt. I've just had my John Martin naked video for the week.
Oh, okay.
Oh, made me blush a little bit. Got a bit red.
But if people stop buying it in supermarkets, doesn't that push them towards the vape shops?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know.
Right. Everyone get their tinfoil hats on, because shit's about to get weird.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Haha, look at this. Da 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 da.
Hang on. Go back. That's quite impressive that he's blown a rainbow backwards over his shoulder.
That is impressive.
That is a lot of smoke for a cigarette.
Oh, that is a cigarette?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's an actual cigarette.
So, the free market groups helping the tobacco industry. It's come out that more than 100 free market think tanks from North America to Europe and South Asia took positions helpful to the tobacco industry or donations. Now, basically, these free market think tanks around the world, they provide a powerful voice of support to all sorts of things, but in this case, cigarette manufacturers in the battles against tougher regulations.
Did we do this last week?
No.
Oh.
No, you sent this to me about 10 minutes after last week's show, though, and I saved it.
Okay.
Yes, so the tobacco industry has long been treated as a pariah by many governments and officials because its products kill more than 7 million people per year. That's a pretty big amount. But the industry has found support from free market think tanks, including from some of the most prestigious. At least 106 in 24 countries have accepted donations from these tobacco companies and then argued against tobacco control policies called for by the World Health Organization. In other words, they've bought it. They've bought the opinions of governments. Because governments go to these think tanks for opinions on all sorts of shit. Science, medicine, economy, trade, logistic, all of this shit, and in this case it's tobacco. So the groups examined by The Guardian have variously opposed plain cigarette packaging, written to regulators in support of new tobacco products, or promoted industry-funded research. One extreme case, an Africa-based think tank, questioned whether the link between cancer and smoking was yet to be empirically established before backing away from the claim. Seriously, man. That's almost like saying that global warming is a hoax created by China.
Okay. Hang on. Before we go any further, do you hear that?
What's that?
No background noise from Chandler's mic. We have, like...
Fuck.
Cheers, James. Vaping, he's gay. LOL. Please don't clip. Someone's going to wind that back and clip that, aren't they? Vaping is gay. LOL.
Wait, I'm going to chat. Oh, excellent. Love it. Right, okay. Right. So anyway, the Guardian, who I think are a fairly decent. I mean, obviously everyone's gonna have opinions, but I think they're one of the more decent mainstream media outlets. I think they examine one of the world's largest network of independent free market think tanks, and they came out with this information. In this network of think tanks, 475 independent civil society organizations in over 90 countries, they argued against the controls in some way. A fifth of them. Oh, there we go. So these are the countries. Look at this infographic. How amazing is this, right? At least 53 market think tanks accepted donations from major tobacco companies. These are the red ones that you can see. And according to tobacco company document, yeah, it's red on my screen and orange here. I think it's Mimo.
Okay.
Yeah, the colour that you see. According to disclosures made to The Guardian, when asked, most think tanks declined or failed to respond to disclose their donors. Of course they fucking did. Right. These countries, these new additions, these ones opposed the tobacco taxes. At least 25 of them opposed the tobacco taxes, arguing that they were ineffective, regressive, or increased smuggling. In cases, anti-tax campaigns are extensive, even though the experts said they are widely recognised as the most effective means to reduce smoking. And all of these extra countries, they opposed the plain packaging laws. 30 market think tanks were among 47 signatories, thanks to the World Health Organization opposing plain packaging. And there we go. There we go. And I mean, this goes on and on and on. In fact, what I'm going to do is, if you have still got your tinfoil hat on, and you want to read more into this, I think it's huge. I think it's absolutely huge. Then go check this out, because there we go. There we go. Go check that out. It's still just on me. Have you two just left?
Sorry, I was.
Yeah, we're not
texting.
Here. Okay.
I've
so
had a slight battery issue with my keyboard.
There is proof. Oh God. There is proof that you're getting these big voices in various opinions. I mean, we were thinking about starting our own think tank. There wouldn't be much thinking going on, but we,
a lot of tanking.
A lot of tanking. Not much thinking, a lot of tanking. Tobacco companies are paying their way to the legislation. I mean, we all knew it, but here's a bit of proof of their sleaze.
Boom.
Mic drop, vape drop, just boff. I'm not going to drop it. That would be terrible. I don't have the cojones for that.
It's just putting out there that we always knew,
and this just proved it.
Yeah. We've got a couple of things that we're going to be doing on the show. There we go.
Yes.
Random question of the night, guys: tank or RDA?
Oh. It's situational based. It's definitely situational based.
Situational based. Am I swimming, having a wank, or going out for a meal with a missus? We have to know, Cibris. So please be more specific. So there's a couple of things that we're going to be doing over the next few weeks. Ronnie. Have we all had the Ronnie ding?
Yep.
Oh,
okay.
I just had a ding.
Pause. Time for the Ronnie ding.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
it looks good.
Do
It
I watch
starts
this
good.
on my PC?
Oh, that's literally it.
It's whoa.
Wait. What's happened to Messenger?
What?
Messenger looks like a child has made it.
I was going to say, be careful what you hold up.
No. This is just the overall chat. You can't really see it. You
see the problem. The problem is, Cass, that Android users got that about a month ago. You guys are playing catch up.
No, I just didn't update my phone for like 6 weeks.
Okay.
Where did the Hitler portrait go? The Hitler / Dave Grohl portrait is behind the sofa, out of the way, where it can't be damaged.
Anyway, so we've got a few bits and bobs up and coming. We've got hence tonight's title. So you want to be famous.
Oh yeah.
I want to get into this today, though.
Are we going to start today, or are we just planting the seed today?
We'll discuss what we will do, I think.
Let's do that now. So there's a lot of, shall we say, influencers that are out there at the moment in the vape industry, and there's all these vape famous people that are promoting and advocating hiding behind a keyboard. There we go. Tank wank. There we go. So we want to know, how easy is it to become vape famous? So what we're going to do, and you guys have got to keep this quiet because we can't let the rest of the world know about this, is we're going to, in the dirtiest ways possible.
Like, this is like VWV, but worse level of dirty.
What's VWV?
Think about it. Vaping with Vic.
Did you just swear? That's our monetization gone out of the fucking window. Bloody hell.
What did the host say? The
host say, me,
while having a wank.
me.
No, I can't vape. It's just so aggressive that vaping's out the window.
You end up with juice all up the walls and...
Yep. You know, and then you might accidentally slip your mech up your butt or something.
Yeah, Jimmy said RDA. Jimmy said RDA, RTA, or tank while you're having a wank, and I put tank because less chance of spit bag.
See, if you use a sting, you can multitask.
Oh no, not live! No, please, no, turn it off. How do we mute him? Oh dear.
It's just this noise, though. Isn't it?
Is that what are those videos? Do you know the videos that they do with the noises? What are they called?
ASMR videos.
ASMR.
Yeah.
What? Is that like BDSM?
No, ASMR stands for Auto Sensory Meridian Response. You know the tingle that you get down the back of your head when something, the hairs on the back of your neck stick up?
When someone comes down the back of your neck.
That's a really weird side of YouTube. Just type ASMR into YouTube.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Here we go.
Right.
Shall we?
So yeah.
Shall we?
We're getting sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked. So
no, we're not. No, we're not. Here we go. Here we go. You ready? Oh. You ready?
Yep.
Can you hear this one?
Barely.
No, I'm stroking a kangaroo's paw.
So what our plan is to start. What would it be? An entity, right? From nothing to vape famous. And
right.
hopefully in the process discover what vape famous is.
Can we make it
vape
actually?
Famous is? How quickly can we become vape famous? How quickly can we buy enough subs, enough likes, enough follows, enough shit to get people to send us copious amounts of free shit? Just out of morbid curiosity, how quickly can we get to 10,000 followers on Instagram? How quickly can we blag the entire industry, which a lot of people do?
Yep.
Can we make it so that the person that is the person behind it all is like a stuffed toy or a Lego figure or something? It's like vaping Frank, and it's actually a Lego figure or something.
And I think what we should do, right? What we need a time frame in which to do this to see whether it was successful or not successful. So I reckon 6 months, right? Over 6 months, and we'll visit this. You know, not every show, but every now and then we'll come back to it, see how we're getting on, check our follow accounts, if we've had any free shit, if we've had anyone contact us, and what we do if we do get any free shit, we will give it away. Because we're not about the free shit, we just want to see how easy it is to get the free shit. All right. Right.
We just want to prove a point that there is so many influencers, reviewers out there. How easy is it to become
vape famous?
An influencer. How to become vape famous?
Exactly. So this is where you guys get involved. You guys
Take
have got to come
care,
up with the
Keith.
name.
We'll see you next week, buddy.
See you later, Keith. So we need to come up with a name for this entity. Now, it's not going to be a person, or it's going to be... I'm trying to think of it. Think of a name for this thing that we're coming up with. And we're going to push it. And it's going to be hilarious. And you guys have got to get involved. You guys have got to share it. You guys have got to like all the photos. You guys have got to really get on board. Now, it's going to be like Instagram. I think it's going to be Instagram-based because that's quite a simple way to do it. And we're only measuring one metric there: followers and likes. That's going to be, otherwise it's just going to get too complicated.
Followers, likes, and free shit. We can measure it based on the free shit.
And we might even start charging these companies, these moronic companies, for sending us the free shit to an entity that doesn't exist. And you know, anything that's made from that will be given away. But it's going to be hilarious. 90 days. 90 days?
Mongo McFlappy Labia.
Can we mock up some? Yeah. Can we mock up some fake? Some, I don't know, some VTUK labels for juice or something. Some fake brand, some fake labels. We want a Chandler flavour and a why? Because we need something. We need initially at least, we need something to be pushing. So if we push something that just doesn't exist, so
but this is where it gets dirty, right?
Well,
all of our content is stolen.
All of our content will be stolen from elsewhere.
Every post, every picture is stolen from somewhere else.
What, a blatant kind of a repost?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so we're not taking our own pictures. We are literally just so none of this faking up juices, just blatantly nicking it from somebody else.
Literally, the first picture you see, post it up and be like, chilling on a Sunday with my bros, hashtag vape life fam bro. Like, whatever you want.
Ooh, Rick had a good idea. I think you three should have a race. The biggest Insta in 3 months.
Ooh. Using this concept, only stolen photos and the most free shit.
Stolen shit.
I think this can run alongside Vape Famous. Vape Supremacy.
Yes.
There we go. I think we have found our title. I think we should be the Vape Supremacist.
Oh.
Oh, I quite like bloating with vape face.
I quite like the repost vapor.
Repost vapor.
But it should be.
Listing. I'm jotting all these down in our what did I say? The
Did you see Stewart's Skippy Trippers?
Skip it. Oh God, he's off again.
Vape rippers.
Straight Skippy, we're back again. Yeah, can we pretend we're in Australia as well?
And we're female.
The Vape Supremacist.
Oh, that's gonna work.
Repost. Bloaty McVape face.
Chandler steals my pics anyway. Lol.
He's referring to vaguely vaping. Whenever I post on Instagram, it's usually something I've nicked off the Facebook group anyway.
Vectra Oggy, the vaping vapist.
The vaping vapist.
serial vapists.
Ooh. Serial vapist! Oh, I like that!
That's already been done. It's already been done.
Vaping with prick. Oh dear.
Can we spell it? Can we spell it P-R-I-C? Yeah.
No. It's just PRVCK. You know how like band names put a V instead of an I in like their name? So it's just going to be vaping with PRVCK.
That's a bit close.
How does that look? Vaping with PRVCK. Yeah. Sorry, I had to type that in so I could see it.
Pruk.
Yeah. Pruk. Looks like Pruk. Or F's instead of S's. That wouldn't work either.
Either way, so we need your support, guys. We need to make this happen. Pick and tricks. Pick and tricks.
Rhymes with vapist.
Picks and tricks. Hashtag vapor. I love it.
Hang on. As it, I'm sure James was. No, it's hashtag Reag, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Hashtag vapor. Hashtag vapor. Let's put it on the shortlist.
Vaping repostman.
Oh, these are getting naughty.
I love our chat. I love our viewers.
Oh, vaping repostman. Put that on the shortlist. It's got to go
on the list.
Oh, fuck my life. Oh.
E-Cig vapors.
Oh, I like that. Fake vapor. Yeah.
Mm.
It.
Why don't we just call it vape famous?
How about E-Cig the vapor? E-Cig the vapor. There you go.
E-Cig vapor.
Yeah, but our thing has to be that you never see it, right? So if we ever take pictures, you never see the face of the vapor. It has to be completely faceless. And
we won't take pictures. We'll just rob everyone else's. That's the whole point.
Just rob everyone. But we have to do it in such a way that people don't just see it as a repost account posting random pictures. It has to be. We have to come up with themes and like, you know, if we have to this particular vapor influencer owns a drag, so we have to find lots of drag pictures. Oh, I got my new setup. It is a murdered out Abel. Okay, right. Bang, loads of pictures of that. You know, oh, now he started coil building. Right, here's some fucking staggered alien mohawk fraptons and so on and so forth. And if we can get genuine sponsorship, even better. And I think it's going to be fucking hilarious.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And I am going to take all credit for this.
Yeah, this is fully Mark's idea, and I think it's hilarious. And I just want to see, because the point to this is to see what it takes to become vape famous. Do you even have to actually create any original content or have any original ideas to become vape famous? Or can you just do the same shit as everyone else? The vaporazzi. Ooh. Vaporazzi.
I like that.
Porno vapors. Lol. I think this could work.
Another thing that we're going to be doing, we're going to be looking at designing a piece of hardware. Now, this will never go into manufacture. This will never. But what we'll do is we'll go to Vape Stalk. What we're going to do is we'll pop a link. No, we won't. We'll start a discussion group on the Facebook page, and we're literally. Oh, that's dirty, Rick. Dirty.
Cloud chasing con artists.
No, Vaping Shaw.
Oh. I like that. Vaping Shaw Co.
No, that exists. That was Who Insures My Shop. Anyway, so we're going to be designing a piece of hardware. We're going to put a discussion group onto the Facebook page, and yeah, we're going to be designing it live on the show. Designing the concept, designing the ideas, producing 3D renders. So literally, it could go and be manufactured from the point. Good evening, Kev. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah. So watch for that. It should
but the
be
idea
good fun.
is that it's fully off your input, right? So if you want a vape that is a triple stacked squonker with a barbecue attachment and a fire extinguisher and a speaker, and it's also a TV remote, and the tank holds 4 liters of juice, like stupid shit.
We will make sure that week that we get smocking.
A smocking?
No, we will get smock in.
Yes. Compare the vapor.com. Compare the Vape Cat. They're still going. Insane Cloud Posse. I like that. Yeah, that's good. Right. Other things that I think we're going to be coming up on, and this is one I came up with. I don't really discussed it with anyone. I just put it in the show notes. Is he's going to have a look, right? Along the lines of the design of the mod tank, we're going to design, or I'd like to design, a juice brand, right? And I'm going to live, because I can't do the 3D rendering. That's fully Chris's department, right? I can, however, Photoshop like a demon. So, we're going to design the juice brand, and we're going to make the label for the bottle live on the show. And it's going to be hilarious, hopefully. For you, for me, it's gonna be funnier for me than it will be for you, but I think that could be fun as well. We'll just do it off the chat.
You share your screen
like
while you're doing it.
Yeah. It'll be screen shared whilst I'm photoshopping it together.
Cool.
But I think if we can make the flavours crazy and stupid enough, I might even have a go.
And on top of that, what we're then going to do is we're going to tie that in with Vape Famous and market a product no one can buy, ever. We're going to get it hyped up, and no one will ever be able to buy it. We're going to have suppliers calling us, being like, when can we get this product? It's got hype. And then we're going to go, never, because we don't like you.
Did you ever see that, the restaurant in London that was literally someone's back garden in a shed?
Yeah, that's a BuzzFeed journalist that did that.
Yeah, and they never, ever opened, but yet it was the highest rated on whatever that silly website
Yelp
called.
or something, or whatever it was.
No.
TripAdvisor.
TripAdvisor, that's it.
They never served a single meal. It was literally him and a camera and a few of his mates in his back garden. Yeah.
We need to do that.
No way.
Yeah, tangerine IPA juice. James is not loving the music.
It's all right.
Unfortunately, I can't actually hear it. So, shit, he's turning it up. Just a little bit in the background. Okay, now I can. You've turned it up, haven't you?
Do we talk about Mr. Manabush now, or should we do Ian? Would you like to do your section?
Do Ian's section. I struggled to get the video, so you're going to need to screen share for.
Okay, I'll find it.
Martin.
Okay. Right, Instagram. So what I have found on Instagram this week. So strangely, I keep seeing this getting posted up and around on Instagram. I've seen it in a couple of places, and I'm really sorry, Mark, but I think somebody is nicking your logo because, you know, vintage bakes. Yeah, no, not good.
Bastards.
So I know, and What's all this malarkey that it's on in front of? I mean, it looks kind of a raisiny and very slightly curranty. Anyway,
what could it possibly be? We've not officially released our flavours yet. We've not said what they are. I know there's one or two people that know, but we're just sneaking ideas out of there, just ready for release. So if you take a guess, that's one of the flavours.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. I've seen that one kicking around.
You're not allowed to guess either because you know, Chandler.
I'm not allowed to guess because I know what it is. Yeah. In fact, tried it. Oh, nice.
Stop rubbing it in.
Next one. Okay, so I saw this one. What do you think of this?
Now, technically, it's quite safe, but it's also not.
Technically, it was a post that I saw that was, what do you call this? Basically, it's a coiled spring with insulation. It's got insulation around the spring.
Looks quite professionally done.
So, yeah. And all you do is squeeze on the battery, and the battery makes contact with the bottom of your tank, and off you go.
We do know what happens when you turn a coil into a coil of wire and you run electricity through it, though, don't you?
Yeah, it gets warm. You also get a magnetic field, which is even which I hadn't thought of that. Do you actually get a magnetic field in your IDA?
The current's strong enough.
Thought of that one.
Yeah, but look what he's running it on.
What's
Kanga sub tank?
When you well, you know, I just thought that was amusing.
That's amazing.
So there you go.
Amazing.
Yeah, the most. And they're using it in a car because that's where you tend to be when you take photos of your vape shit.
I will take my hat off to Kev for that. That is brilliant.
I missed that. Just have a look.
Could you tell me how it's safe, as it's a floating 510?
Has anyone seen the bare bones?
Definitely.
Is it?
The bare bones, mate. The bare bones is just effectively a piece of wire that goes from the bottom to the top, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And it was ridiculously expensive, if I remember. It was like 100 quid for a bit of wire. Like, no.
Yeah.
Right, next one. Okay.
Ooh, is that the slim piece?
Look, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what it is, but something in it caught my eye, and I thought, "What? What's that?" Anybody guess what I actually saw? Because it wasn't a mod.
Tampon holder?
No. If I give you a clue, it's this bit just here.
What, the button?
To me, this is okay. This is probably just my brain, but I looked at that and thought that looks like a baby's dummy.
I mean, it's a stretch, but I see what you're going for.
Yeah, no, it was. I was just flicking through Insta and I went, look, what? Why have they got a baby's dummy? And then it dawned on me it was a mod. My first thing I thought was a baby's dummy. That was it. Sorry. There you go. It's just me then, that one. Yeah, just me.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Just me. Right. Okay. We'll leave that one. Right.
I missed. Oh, hello.
Where's the where's the device?
No, I got this one. I was purely intrigued by the tattoo. Because I don't know if you can you see. This is because I've got a young daughter, so it's actually it's a My Little Pony. So basically, she's given herself a My Little Pony cutie mark.
Yeah. You're a brony, aren't you, Chandler?
I'm a brony.
Yeah.
Is that another word for a My Little Pony fan?
It's a bro man.
Oh, got you.
Vaping is gay.
Man. Thanks, James. Yeah.
I miss James. I really miss James.
She can rebuild
there
my
you go.
coils anytime. Wow.
Okay, how about this? Now, is that cool or what?
It is kind of cool. It's a cool showpiece.
It's a Pac-Man mod.
Is it me, or is there a massive gap between the RDA and the box?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, slight flaw there, but it is Pac-Man, and that RDA is fucking huge.
Well, do you remember when Pokemon Go first came out on phones, and some utter genius decided to start putting an 18350 mod inside a Pokeball, and the lad could not make them fast enough?
Yeah.
What was he advertising to kids though?
Oh, fully.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good. Does Pac-Man get get more powerful every time you vape? So, you.
It's like you take the puff and it's like he's had his power pill.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Oh, damn! I meant to look to see what this mod was. Go on.
I can't remember the name of it though.
You can't remember the name of it. I meant to put it in the show notes and I didn't. So I'm gonna have to go on. I'm gonna have to do go on Insta.
Vandy Vape are releasing one very similar though, called the BX Pulse or something. XF Pulse, and it's tiny. It's like shorter than an 18650.
Yeah, well, that's that. This one is an 18350. Oh, damn! There he is. Okay, here's the deal. It's a tiny 18350 squonker from Stymie Vapor and 67 mod. It's called the Rave Mini, and I thought, oh my god, that's so cute!
It's the TPD compliant squonker.
Yeah, effectively 2 ml bottle probably.
2 ml bottle.
Yeah, 2 ml bottle. There you go. Jobs are good. You can actually sell that one.
It's cute. It's cute.
It is cute. I just like that one. So I wish I'd named these pictures because I now can't remember what's coming up next.
It's an 18350, right? Oh.
Yeah. It was definitely an 18350.
Go back. Look at the person who's liked it. Next one over. The one you just had up.
Oh, the one that I just had up. Oh, sorry.
Fat Lad Vapes.
Fat Lad Vapes. Brilliant.
Awesome. Oh dear. Yeah, I thought I'd go and throw another teaser in as to one of the other flavors as to. Yeah. So I think that one is, looking at the picture, I think it's probably carrot cake with diarrhea on top.
Exactly.
So looking forward to trying that one. Yeah. There you go.
Carrot cake vape.
We've not released your favourite yet. Whose was that? Who dropped their mug?
This is a slight incident that happened this week. My mug decided to do a kamikaze jump out of the cupboard.
Incredible.
So I've now got two VT UK mugs. However, they don't hold liquid very well.
I live in fear of opening the cupboard and all the mugs flying out.
Well, they didn't. Just this one. Just that one.
Do I need to send you another one, Chandler?
No, it's fine. I
haven't even got one.
Well, maybe.
Have you not?
No.
Was it before your time?
Yes.
It was before. Yeah.
And
so
you had a child-safe one, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Because I thought I can't have the other one because it said proper cunty all over it. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna get a 7-year-old going, what's cunty mean? Yeah, it's just can't spelled wrong. So yeah, slight mishap there. And
Oh, hello.
I just saw this one, and
Who be
is
you,
it me?
sexy
I'm
young?
looking
Who be you? Who be you, sexy young
yeah.
ting?
just looking at the mod though. Just look at the mod. Is it me or is that a really
He's gone.
It's gone.
teeny?
He's back. He's back.
What's that? What? Okay, what's going ping?
Oh, nothing. You just froze. You literally just froze.
And you're like this.
I froze. Is that what it was? I did wonder what was funny.
You froze like this.
Okay, I can't see what you're doing, but I'll take that. So yeah. So there you go. That's my found on Insta for this week.
And if you want exclusive found on Insta content, chuck £5 in the super chat.
Sign up to the Patreon, and you will.
And every 10th donator will receive a picture of Chandler's balls next to an RDA.
Juggling balls. I have juggling balls. There we go.
Nice save. Right. Is that all of your Insta for today?
That's the Insta for today.
I love
There
this
you go.
section.
Thank you.
I look forward to Insta every week now. Honestly,
I
some of
do
the
as well.
shit, some of the shit you find is unreal. Right. Okay. I hope this shares in. I hope this shares in full screen because I've got it in full screen. So, if you hopefully you guys have heard of Manabush, the e-liquid company, I suppose, wouldn't it be, or General? Yeah, e-liquid. In fact, I had one of their e-liquids right when I started because I bought some at Vape Fest. Martin is a lovely bloke, absolute gentleman, and a wonderful advocate for the industry. Like, I haven't got a bad word to say about him. And some dirty thieving cunts decided that they would take a piece of his pie. So what you're about to see is if it works, you won't. There is sound, but it won't come through Mimo, so you don't need it. It's just security footage. This is them breaking in. Now, it's a long shot, but if any of you know or recognise or any of this, anything seems familiar to you as far as the people doing this, please get in contact and let us know. And just any information you might have about this, please do, because obviously it's very important. So I'm going to play this, and hopefully I've muted it, because otherwise I'm going to get it in the ear. So this is the.
If you want to hear this, if you want to hear the sound, the video is on our Facebook group, so you can go onto the Facebook group and you can watch it with all the audio. Might be that you actually recognise someone's voice because you do get to hear them talking.
Yeah, now, from what I understand, they stole quite a lot of liquid, a few mods and things, but a lot of it was quite hard to get hold of e-liquid. For the full list, I think it's on the post, on our Vape group. Yeah, on
I know some of the liquid. I know some of the liquid you can only get from Manabush or in their shop. They don't sell it anywhere else. So some of it is purely only available in the shop.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Now, these guys don't seem to be being that picky. They just sort of seem to be sweeping the shelf.
Stuart, it's not the Truggle brothers because one of them's dead.
Now,
So,
I'll be honest, I don't know where the Manabush place is.
Nottingham.
Nottingham, there we go. And that's it, and off they go. So there was something over here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Something over here. No?
No, can't see your mouse.
Okay, so to the left of the screen is where they were going for. There's obviously stuff behind the other counters that they seem to just sort of leave, but yeah, they've obviously just targeted it in and out, and they're cunts for doing so.
It boils my piss. It actually boils my piss. You know, a lot of vape companies are family businesses, and you know, not that I'm saying it's right to steal, to thieve from larger companies. It's wrong to steal from anyone, in my opinion. But you know, I know they don't give a shit. You know, to steal off such a lovely guy, and Martin is a fucking diamond. He is good as gold. I have got all the time in the world for Martin. Always go and say hello. Always go and have a chat. And it pisses me off. It really does. It's not yours. Keep your hands in your fucking pockets, you dirty scrounging cunt. Honestly.
Exactly. And like Mark was saying earlier, how they only sell certain things from them and them only. If you see any of the following online for sale that's not from Manabush, i.e. the Spirit Walker by Manabush, the Indigene E-Liquid, and any of their Firewater stuff, if you see that online for sale from someone that's not Manabush...
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. This is in his list. Spirit Walker by Manabush, Indigene.
Indigene?
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen that.
The E-Liquid haul contained a few liquids that are pretty hard to find anywhere but in our shop or online. They had some Pockexes stolen.
Yeah, or online.
Yeah.
Spirit Walker's available from Spirit Walker's available from Vape Club, which means it will be in lots of shapes. So disregard that.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I was going by his post, so I didn't realise he had it in other places.
Looking online, there's a lot of places with Spirit Walker.
Oh, okay.
But like
Either
Diddy
way.
just said, probably customers looked like they knew what they wanted. So they'd obviously been in, they'd obviously scoped the place out, and yeah, they knew exactly what they wanted, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's surprising that more shops aren't broken into because of some of the... I think it's because of the popularity of the product that they sell. But maybe it's maybe the only ones you hear about are the shops that belong to people who are well known within the industry. You know, but either way, it's horrible every time it happens because that is someone's livelihood down.
But they're also relatively expensive and relatively easy to sell on, aren't they? You know, if someone's offering you a 50 quid, 50, 60 quid mod for 20 quid.
Yeah.
In pub, as they do. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so if anyone knows anything, anyone's seen anything, please feel free to either get in touch with us, we'll forward your information on to Martin, or go to Martin and the guys at Manabush direct.
So, just to sort of round off tonight...
Sorry, Stuart. Did you just see Stuart's post?
My Vaporize shop, they break in and put better mods on the shelves.
Oh dear.
Right.
Dear. Sorry, where were you, Kaz, before I rudely interrupted you there with Stuart's comment?
To be fair, I've interrupted you enough times over the course of the last 6 months. So I think one thing that me and Mike were talking about earlier, and I think this will round off the last sort of 20 minutes, 25 minutes of the show, is we want to do a comparison between the UK and USA on various things. So in my notes here, I have got things like juice regulation. You talked about, what was it, hardware, Mark?
Hardware, juices. You know, who's better, the USA or the UK? Where would you rather live? And I don't mean the weather. I don't mean as far as a vapor goes. Where would you rather live? Who does it better,
Me?
the UK or USA? UK, USA, UK. I know this isn't an advert for Chris's shop in Nottingham. This is our opinion. Which is better, UK or USA?
I have a couple of theories. I think the USA is so massive that you can't... It's hard. California clearly has got to be fantastic because so much comes out of there. However, they're getting fucked in the A by their regulations.
Oh,
so,
yes.
is it good? It may be 2 years ago, best place on the planet for it. But I know that Miami and Florida has a huge vape scene. Texas and also towards like Arizona, they've got a big vape scene as well. But then the UK, I found out a fact. Someone told me who is generally pretty good with their sources, but someone will have to confirm me. Norfolk has the highest density of vapors per square mile than anywhere else in the UK.
Where?
Norfolk.
Norfolk?
Wow. Apparently.
You got a light boy?
The guy that I heard this from was from Birmingham. That sounds like Bristol.
I'm just thinking of, like, I can't remember his name. You got a light boy? You got a light?
You got a vape boy?
You got a vape boy? We're gonna have to do a parody of that now. We really have. I'm gonna find the lyrics for it.
Hang on. Let's rephrase that. Chandler, you need to do a parody of it. All yours.
Yeah. No, not now. Fuck me. I haven't even got the lyrics or anything. God, bloody hell! I'll have it for the show next week. How's that?
Have it for sure.
Have it for sure next week.
Sorry, did I suddenly go Yorkshire?
Yeah, a little bit. What do you think? I mean,
Singing
I know...
Postman. There it is. Sorry, I've just found it. I've just googled. Sorry, carry on.
Norfolkians have a squonic advantage. Extra thumbs. Agreed.
Oh, let's not make it personal.
I don't know. Where do you think is the best area versus UK versus USA? I mean, don't get me wrong. The UK is, apart from hotspots, not great for things like mods and tanks and stuff.
Out of the UK, we've not had some bad hardware.
I mean, hardware is mostly made by China anyway.
True.
So even the American companies, it's such a massive... I think we've posed ourselves a question that's just far too general and far too massive.
I've got to say that I think, and I'm not just saying this because I'm involved, but I think the UK e-liquid is getting much, much, much better. I can't remember. I can't remember the last American e-liquid I really enjoyed. And my eyes are frantically flicking around the room.
Mine would be
Genuinely.
Element e-liquid, I think.
That was my thought. Element.
Yeah, because like 2016 was the year of American juices. But they've kind of fallen off the map, should we say, with anything that's worthy or not just the same bullshit as everyone else.
Can we blame that on their regulation?
I think so. I think companies aren't willing to invest massive amounts into putting new products through if they're just going to not be able to sell them within a year or 6 months. I mean, we all thought the vape industry in the UK was going to die the day the TPD came in. Let's be honest. And has it? Not at all. You know, we had 3 months of what the fuck is going on. I can't buy a tank in any shop. But after that, it was fine. There was no issue. There still is no issue.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, okay, a lot of companies have closed down, right? But we thought it was going to put vaping to bed. We thought that was it. Game over. Like, at least I know the company I work for did.
Let's stand back and take a look at this, right? So this is me getting on my soapbox.
Do it.
Because
I know this affects you personally, doesn't it?
Let's go back to pre-TPD. Pre-TPD, where, okay, don't get me wrong, e-liquid was more expensive. However, there was a lot more e-liquid coming in from the States. There was a lot more e-liquid coming in from other countries. Now,
I think Sorry, Mike.
No, go on, carry on.
I was just going to say, the main reason that we're not getting any liquid here from the States is because the liquid we were getting from the States is was 30 mils, 60 mil, 60 mil bottles, 3 milligram, 6 milligram, whatever. So because we've had the TPD, the Americans haven't gone short fill. They don't do short fills. They just make 30 mil or whatever flavors with the nicotine in. So we've not been getting any of the American brands over because it's not TPD compliant. They don't do short fills, or very few of them do, because we're not a big enough market for it.
You see, I'm actually working with a big American company at the moment to bring lines to the UK from America in short fill form. Now, my point is, right, so the guys with the... Obviously, the TPD was almost rushed in, okay? So we had all our 20 mil, 3 milligram juices set on the shelves, you know, customers were enjoying, and the expectation was the 30 mil glass bottles were 15, 16 quid. You could pick up a 60 mil for about 20, 22 quid. You know, the market was stable. You know, vapors were vaping, people were happy. You know, the industry was absolutely fucking booming.
Yeah.
It was an industry that was fun. It was enjoyable. So then the TPD kicked in. And they purposely left this hole. In my opinion, this is strictly my opinion, they left a hole in the TPD to allow for short fills. And to me, in my mind, they did that on purpose. They did that on purpose to allow us to almost murder the industry, to kill the industry. And guess what?
It has.
Okay, the industry's still going. It's as big as it ever was. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the industry's dead. I'm saying that the industry is now fragmented. I'm now saying that the industry is more cutthroat than it ever was. You've got... I'm not going to call them dickheads, but you've got people selling juice at retail for £3-4 for a 60 mil, which is only going to hurt the industry. And I know people want value for money. I know people want value for money. My concern is that through all this, a lot of shops are going to close. A lot of high street stores are going to close because they can't compete with Facebook groups selling juice at threepence halfpenny a bottle. Now, when Doris and Mavis and whoever want to stop smoking, the only place they can really go is your high street vape store.
Yep.
And they're going to go there for advice. And whilst it's not going to close every shop down, it's not going to happen. But they're not going to be able to get the advice that they want. Now let's consider the vape shops that are going to survive. Are they going to stock all the coils that your independent shop is going to stock? No. So what happens on a Saturday afternoon, a Sunday afternoon, when you've run out of your TFV 17.43712 coil that runs at 0.004? Where are you going to go? Amazon, eBay, online. You're going to wait 2-3 days for that to arrive. You're not going to be able to walk into your local vape shop because your local vape shops won't exist because these £4 bottles of juice and everything else that you get on eBay, that you get on these Facebook groups are gone.
Trouble is, I don't think that would have been any different had the TPD not happened, because I still think you'd have got people who would have been mixing their own, but the only difference would be they'd be adding nick in as well. At the moment, they're just mixing the flavours, concentrates, PG, VG selling it as a cheap short fill. But if the TPD hadn't happened, I still think that would have gone that way. People would have still made done the DIY route, mixed their own.
I've got
and
no
gone,
issue.
Oh, here you go, cheap bottle of juice.
I've got no issue with DIY. I have issue with particular companies going out. So let's say the XYZ vape company went out and they produced a flavour, 5 flavours, 5 in a range. They bottle it, they label it, they sell it, and let's make no qualms that we all know what it costs to make a bottle of E-Liquid. We all know because we've all DIY'd it. We've all bought concentrates and we've all made our own custard. We've all made our own fucking blue raz. We've all gone down that route.
I think, put it this way, in 2016, because I started working professionally in vaping in a shop beginning of 2016, and I was vaping from the end of 2014. And in 2016, not once did I ever have a customer go, 16 quid for 30 mils seems like a lot of money. Now, obviously, you had your more premium ones. You know, you had things like Animal, or you had things like 12 Monkeys, which were premium. You'd pay 17, 18 pounds for those, and people who wanted them paid for them. But to spend 13, 14, 15 quid on a 30ml bottle was not unheard of. It was commonplace, and no one complained. Now you're getting these 50s and 60ml used to cost you 25 sodding quid. So to now get that for a fiver, and someone goes, oh, I don't want to pay £12 for 60 mils. I can get it from Kev down the road for 30p a litre. And like you said, we've shot ourselves in the foot by being able to produce a product cheaper than ever before, to more people than ever before. And
I think before you say anything, wait. I think the whole issue was nicotine. I don't think people were comfortable working with, and nicotine's not cheap. Nicotine's not cheap. Okay, neither's concentrate. But my point is that people weren't necessarily comfortable working with nicotine. I think as soon as we took nicotine out of the equation, we put nicotine, the little 10ml things, into somebody else's hands, people weren't worried anymore because they're not going to hurt anyone. Not that they care, but sorry, go on.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, because when there was a lot more. I know it seems to be coming back now, but at the time of the TPD, there was a lot more mouth to lung vapors. It was the time of the K funds and the Tay funds and what have you. So when you bought a 30ml,
our high VG,
on the flip
our
side,
high VG was an all-time high compared to mouth to lung. Our mouth to lung increased after the TPD.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is that it was the race for the biggest clouds as well. 2016, beginning of 2017 was bigger tanks, the wattage race. You know, 200, 300, 400 watt mods, as many batteries as possible, biggest tanks possible. This thing has 9 mil of juice, and it will vape all of it out in 3 puffs. You know, that's what it was about, and it brought cloud chasing into the mainstream, as well as having the mouth to lung. Now it's, I mean, the industry is dead as we used to know it. It is now a different beast. You've got more and more people giving up every day onto a completely different category of vaporizers than they would have done 2 years ago.
Agreed, totally agreed. Back then, most starters would have started on a CE4, CE5. That's no qualms. There weren't, whilst, you know, the Nautilus and the Aero tank, they existed, they were available. Most, and I hate to use the word newbie, but most newbies started on started on CE4s, CE5s, Pro Tanks.
Yep.
Things like that.
Yeah. And I'm going off what Riyad's saying. It's like my company would not survive without its mouth-to-lung starter vapors, the people who are using it as a cigarette replacement. We have all the cloud chasey shit. You know, we have the premiums. But without that section of the market, we wouldn't survive.
No, absolutely. And as cheap as 10 mils are in comparison, 10 mils, 50-50, were our bread and butter.
Yeah.
Without those 10 mils, we used to sell a hell of a lot of 10 mils.
Yeah.
How many 10 mils do you sell a week, would you say, in your store?
In our store, what, across all ranges or just our main range?
On 50-50, on starter VG.
I would say anywhere between, a guess, on a very busy week, I would say 400 to 600 bottles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take that away at £5 a bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a massive loss.
Well, the thing is, like, we used to sell Vampire Vape like it was going out of fashion, right?
Oh,
hundreds a week, right? And we still sell Vampire Vape, but it's taken a back seat to our own brand. And have you noticed? Has anyone noticed that even the Nick salts are getting slightly cheaper every now and then? We're getting Nick salts in that are selling for sort of £3.50, £4, whereas when they first came in, it was like £5-6 for a 10ml Nick salt. Though even those are getting cheaper now. Like,
you see, you guys know that we're working on the salts at the moment, and they're priced at £4.50, £5 a bottle. That is what they'll be.
Yeah, 100%. I think the short fills are going to tick along in the background. I think they'll be there, they'll come and go, but they're not going to be anything like they were in 2015, 2016, beginning of 2017, because people just don't care enough about them. You will obviously have your vapors, but premium juice is not going to be in the form of a giant bottle of some kind of overly sweetened donut ice flavour, simply because people just don't want that anymore. And nobody told the Malaysian market. Through going through lots of testing and development and everything else, customers want a good solid flavour that's not going to destroy their coils, that's good tasting. You know, I'll give you an example. Our vintage vape line, there's 8 in the range, and they're selling as well now as they did 12 months ago, because they're not a hype juice, they're not a fad juice, they are a good, solid, staple juice. And it sells well. We don't go faddy. You know, fads are great, but you'll sell 1 million bottles, then you'll move on to the next thing. You'll sell 1 million bottles. I'm not in for that. I'm in for slow and steady. I mean, me and Mike were having a talk about, I think it was about 1:30 a.m. the other night, about the success of the business. Yeah, Sunday night, that's it, about longevity. And we said that you can have these flash-in-the-pan successes, but at the end of the day, a real successful business has longevity, and that's very expensive to have, because what Mark said is you gotta fund yourself through the times when it is shit. Now, any company that you see a year and a half, 2 years after the TPD, because we're now almost 2 years after the TPD, who's still around, were willing to put that money in to stay around. The ones that have disappeared were the fad companies. When was the last time you saw Suicide Bunny in any kind of... Suicide Bunny used to be in every shop. You couldn't walk into a vape shop without seeing Suicide Bunny somewhere. Now you'd struggle to find it unless it's somewhere like Vape Club or one of the online big juice sites. Animal, for example, disappeared. Ruthless sort of disappeared. Element, even though they're coming out with new stuff, their main range, which used to be hot shit, man, I could not keep that in my shops, barely touched anymore. You know, it's just...
What is the reason for that, though?
I think people have moved on, firstly, and I think that they're still expensive. Element juices are quite expensive in comparison to ranges that are comparable to it.
Are we talking TPD or are we talking short fills?
No, we're talking TPD, 10ml bottles, 6, 12, 18 milligrams, because that's what we used to sell mountains of, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, they're twice the price of our normal range. They're literally twice the price.
But they're also twice the sugar. Maybe people have cottoned on that a bottle of fresh squeeze is only going to last a week on a 50-50 coil, whereas your home range, you'll get a month out of the coil.
Yeah, yeah, well, exactly.
Liquid state.
Yep, Cutwood. Space Jam, man.
Oh, Space Jam.
You know,
I never liked one of theirs.
did you not?
Hang on. If you look at our show notes and in ideas for other shows, I've got whatever happened to. We're just stealing all the content away from that.
No. We'll expand on that next week, I think, because I want to do a big section about, and basically a section on companies that have disappeared, and I'm actually going to try and do a bit of research and find out where the fuck they've gone. You know, I want to know what happened to Philip Rock. Where the fuck has he gone? You know, the master mixologist of Animal. You know, what happened to Cutwood?
Looper.
Oh man, if that came back, I would buy a lifetime supply.
Cutwood's still going, and they've just released their short fills.
Yeah, but I think people have moved on from them now.
They're not the big American brand that sells anymore.
No, not at all.
They remind me of like the Jack Daniels of vaping, aren't they, Cutwood?
Yeah.
And
What,
Jack
because
Daniels kind of...
They stole all the branding.
Whatever happened to previous hosts? Rick, you skanked us. You left us. You abandoned us. Come back, Rick. We love you, Rick. Sorry.
What other things?
I've just polished the context. Fuck me. That made a difference.
Labwork, Space Jam is still here in the UK. It isn't like it used to be. You know, Space Jam at one point was one of every 3 bottles sold. Now it's one in every 200.
You walked into a vape shop and they invariably would have Space Jam.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Kangatech? I don't fucking know.
Well, Kangatech's still going.
Are they? They're not at any shows. They haven't released any new products into the mainstream.
I'm curious now.
I mean, we will elaborate more on these next week because we're now almost out of time, and also we could do a whole show on this, and I think it could be very interesting. And I want you guys to go out and find out what's happened to the companies that you used to love that for no apparent reason have just fucked off. Because it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, I have got some of that Wicklick and Nick Salt's Boulevard on order now, because I love Boulevard. Boulevard is nectar of the gods.
It's £6 a bottle, though, isn't it?
$3.99 on Vape Club.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll hold that back. I'm just quickly looking at Kanga online. There's the Kanga Ranger, the Kanga Ripple, the Kanga XLUM, the Kanga U-Boat. They look as though they're still releasing products. It's just not getting here.
Yeah, is it because it's tank? I mean, what was that? They released a tank. I think it was called like the C sub or the O sub or something like that. And the thing was just it leaked all the time. It was drastically terrible, and people stopped buying their products.
I mean, the Kangatech sub tank is like
it's the bar
vintage.
standard for sub ohm tanks.
Yeah.
Bottom airflow, adjustable bottom airflow, stock coils that were less than an ohm. That 0.5 coil, I must have done 200, 300 of those coils. And you were weird if you had a 1.2. I mean, who vaped a 1.2 Kanga sub-tank coil?
That was pink as well.
Me?
Yeah. You did.
Oh yeah,
Do you
1.2.
remember when they brought out the nickel coil they had as well?
Oh no, I don't remember the nickel coil.
It was blue.
Yeah.
And then everyone lost their shit when they went from square coils to round coils. They were like, what are you doing? Kanga, I'm not liking this. Kanga did that 4 battery mod that was meh. I think the last good thing that I remember Kanga doing was the drip box.
Oh, now I can hear the music. Everyone's gone quiet. I heard the music.
Right. So for fear of running out of content for next week, I think that's time.
Yeah.
I think that is time indeed.
Beautiful. Right.
Thank.
Yeah, I'm just reading. Just we got to wait like 30 seconds for the chat to catch up with us. Just Dripbox 160. Kanga were pretty early doing ceramic coils. Kanga squat mod. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, if you've stuck it out.
Hang on.
Oh.
Did Lucky just accuse Labworks of being big tobacco?
wait, I've got to read back.
Hang on. I'm gonna get my popcorn. Ah.
Cutwood equals Imperial tobacco.
Cutwood equals Imperial tobacco.
And then Lucky replies, Labworks, big tobacco. Are you sure? I am positive. Yeah, no, I heard they were bought by Imperial.
They were, and you know what? I know when it happened. I was aware of when it happened.
The chat is saying goodbye before we are.
Toodle pip.
Lucky Vip's like,
no,
no.
It happened. It happened a few years ago, and I was privy to the conversation as it happened.
Fair enough.
But hey ho. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next week. Keep your eye on the Facebook group for... I just did the finger point.
You did.
Keep your eye on the Facebook group for ideas for the hardware that we're going to develop on next week's show. Also, the e-liquid range, the design, the development, the flavours. What do you want to see? How do you want it to taste? Mm-hmm. And if it's garish enough, I might even have a go at making it. But thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.
VT UK.